Buongiorno. Sorry, I just realized I'm chewing gum and that's unacceptable, as Tabitha has shown me. If you're not watching Tabitha's takeover on Bravo or whatnot, you're seriously missing out. It's what I've been working out to now, and I'm loving it. Because you may know, if you are a long-time reader, that I kind of like to think I could be a hairdresser. I guess you're supposed to say hairstylist, but I'm still a little old school like that. Alright, Ruby, hold on. Awesome. Here you go. Alright. Backtracking. Yes. I've always wanted to be a hairstylist. Always. It's one of those things where when I'm like, what am I going to do with my life, I often think, Mrs. F, you'd be a badass hairstylist. Go to beauty school. And then I move on with my next dream. Here's what I'm trying to say today. If you're worried that I'm going to go over the deep end, don't worry. I'm depressed. There's no doubt about it. Things aren't going good. And I'm definitely feeling really apathetic about my life and about things I used to really take pride in or be really convicted about, like not letting the kids watch TV. I'm not feeling that right now. Partly, I'm just doing what I can do to get to the day, you know what I'm saying, in the best possible way. But, you know, life is what it is, people. I'm still working out. I'm still, you know, there's just only so much I can take on at once at this point. I don't have also, background information, for people who don't know this, I've been, you know, a live action parent for 6 years. So, for the last, 6 years and 9 months, pretty much, been pregnant or parenting. And what that means is I've been pregnant or nursing all of that time. I know some people are going to be freaked out by that. It was just a day at a time. I did not think I was going to be someone who nursed my kids till they were driving, but it's just what happened. And when you look at the big picture of extreme sleep deprivation, because what that means is I kind of go by child-led weaning. My kids don't wean themselves, turns out. And I don't night wean. And I did eventually have to wean the kid because I was pregnant, but I mean, people, she was 3.5. And I didn't night wean her until she was 3. And I know that's freaky, people, I know it is. But you have to know that when you're doing something one day at a time, it isn't freaky. You know, I thought I would never even nurse her to be a year-old. I mean, it's just like one more day after one more day. I mean, you know, if you have kids, you know how this goes. Like, you turn around and they're 17 years old and you're still nursing them. But you know what I'm saying. Time flies. Also, obviously, I'm doing it again. So, you know, I believe it was a good decision for, my kids and for our family, whatever, whatever. By no means do I think you should do it or that everyone should do it. And I'm not going to paint some lovely picture that when you attachment parent, everything is great. That's not the case. When you attachment parent, there's a reason some people don't like to do it. It sucks the damn life out of you. I mean, you love it and great things come from it and everything sucks the life out of you, I guess, but it can be exhausting if you make the choices I make. And I'm still going to make those choices, so save your breath. But at the same time, I'm going to say that when I tell you I have not slept through the night in 6 years and 9 months, I'm not kidding. It's not that I'm getting woken up once in the night. I get woken up a minimum of 3 times. If baby's teething or has a cold, you better believe that I'm getting woken up every hour, if not every 45 minutes. So I'm exhausted. And Mr. F, I will say, is being more helpful this time around than he was the first time in this regard. So, since last week, I mean, there's been several days where I haven't gotten up, where, you know, if baby's still sleeping, I still am sleeping, and he has gotten kid to school. And mostly on time, mostly remembering her lunch. So that's been kind of helpful, because even though it's not like a lot more sleep, it's like almost an hour more, which at the end of the day adds up. So that's what's going down. So, you know, it's not helping. It's not the cause necessarily. I definitely got some situational depression going on with the move, but it's not helping me. I'll just say that. And she's 20 months old, and I tell you, I'm getting ready to night wean that one. Some people hypothesized that because she's so much more active and crazy and, you know, more independent, that she would wean earlier or nurse less. No. More. People more. Yeah. No. She nurses every 3 hours, at least, if not more. And, yeah, it's making me tired. So, I'm thinking about things. I can kind of remember hitting a wall like this with the kid, though, too. There's kind of like a growth spurt time, obviously, and the teething, and it's just, like, really, you know, but what I can say is I'm looking forward to sleeping through the night sometime in my life. And I know time flies, and, you know, I'm going to tell you all this now, and I'll probably nurse her till she's 3, and, you know, what can I do? But, I am admitting that I'm tired, and it takes a lot out of me. So, you know, that's what's going on. Also, what time is it? It's getting long. Not to discourage any new moms from nursing. You do not have to nurse this long. But you might. And at the same time, as tired as I am right now, I will tell you that, obviously, I think it's worth it. So, you know. Obviously, I did it the same way the second time around, so I wouldn't change what I did. Although secretly, I sometimes think about adopting a kid because, you know, I can't get pregnant again. And, no, I really want to in a weird way. I think this is tangential, but when life is not going my way, I usually decide I want to have a baby. That's how I had the first two. And I don't regret them. But, you know, Mr. F, snippity snip, so that's not happening. But sometimes I think, well, if I adopted a baby, at least I would not have this aspect to it, and maybe I could do it. Maybe I could make it through another kid if I didn't have to do the whole newborn and night nursing thing. So, I'm thinking on it. Other things I wanted to tell you. I was going to have this be more uplifting. Because what I was going to say is, don't really worry about me. I'm very aware of what's going on for myself, and also, some people, you know, use their blogs to show you how great life is or mothering, and that's not what I use my blog for. But I guess my message is always this. No matter how bad things are, I really do laugh every day, and I always see the humor in how ridiculous things are, you know, how ridiculous I am, and life in general. So, you know, overall, I'm a pretty happy person. Don't worry, I'm going to make it through. If it means anything to you, I was Googling apartments in Rome last night. And there's something to that. Okay, checkity check.